Scorpio, let's start with your reading. Today, we are going to look into the energies around you, and then we will focus on the events coming up for you in the near future. All right, let's start with your messages. And we have the sun right there for you. The Fool, the Ace of Cups. And there we have the twists that you usually give to me. You know, with other signs, I feel like I can tell where the reading is going right away. But when it comes to you, you always find a way to give me that twist, to give me that unexpected message, unexpected energy. And in fact, here we see it as well with the Ten of Swords. But what's very important to notice right away, Scorpio, is that you have very big, powerful energies and messages here. I mean, we start with 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana, and with this one as well, 5 major arcana. And this has a meaning of its own. Right here, you are seeing something that maybe you feel out of control of, but something that at this point of your journey, it's time for you to experience. It's time for you to analyze. And so what I'm seeing right here, first of all, with the sun, is that there is something unexpected and absolutely beautiful coming your way. A news, maybe a information, something that should just make you want to jump in the air and celebrate. But unfortunately, some of you are going to block this energy. And we see it right here with the devil. There is something about it which might make you somewhat suspicious. And so what are we actually looking at here? Let's see. We have 3 major arcana, 2 major different ways to interpret this incoming energy, and 1 major shift, which could truly determine the end of a cycle here. And what do we mean by that? The end of a cycle, the end of struggle, the end of confusion, the end of a pattern which has maybe held you back for a long time now. And this is also, as we see here, the end of a season in your life. And you can go along with it, or you can resist it and hold on to the previous cycle. Energetically, there is a big shift, which will manifest through one specific upcoming event, but mentally, there is a huge block, a wall as thick as you can make it. And you see this wall in between the sun and the devil energy. You have the sun coming towards you, which means that you have light, happiness, growth, love, expansion. Who wouldn't want that? But look how you're perceiving it. There is something about this that is just making you suspicious. You're perceiving it through the energy of the devil, even if just on a subconscious level, it's definitely there. Thinking that something looks too good to be true, or that the intentions of the person or people involved into this incoming energy are not very clear yet. You might be also thinking that it will create some sort of dependency for you. And you don't really feel comfortable with that idea right now and ever, actually, as a Scorpio. You might be afraid that you're going to move past the event horizon, after which there is no going back. Just like when you get too close to a waterfall at the point where the water goes down. Once you get very close to it, there is no way for you to swim back. Obviously, some of you might be already aware of what's incoming, what this opportunity is. But for a lot of you out there, you have no idea what I'm talking about because you have already told yourself that this is not going to happen. Therefore, when it starts manifesting around you, you might not pick up on it. So why do you find yourself in this rut? there is something that you cannot fully predict right now. You look at the evolution of this opportunity and you have no idea what's going to come up from it. You might keep yourself stuck because of the story that you keep telling yourself, Scorpio. The things you subconsciously maybe say to yourself about the situation. Some of you might be basing your future on your past, thinking that something hasn't worked out in the past, therefore it's not going to work out now. But keep in mind that if that's the case for you, this is just a limiting belief, and that what you have coming up is going to be very, very different. Even if something failed 50 times before, there's no rule that says that it will keep failing, and that's a fact. So this is definitely something that you have to wonder yourself, to ask yourself, what is the past anyway? The past is a story that we keep telling ourselves. It doesn't really impact us at all, unless we let it, obviously. And so what is this element, energy coming coming towards you? Love, emotions at a degree which can feel absolutely freeing and exciting, but also scary and terrifying. There is someone here possibly who's going to come clean about their feelings, someone who's going to show love to you in a way in which perhaps you've never seen it. This is going to take you to the next level overall, but at the same time, through that devil energy, it will feel dangerous and perhaps not sustainable long term, if that makes sense. Also, I believe that you have convinced yourself, Scorpio, that you cannot have it all. It's just a fairy tale. It's not possible. You think that if you find someone stable, then you'll miss the passion, the love, and the overall physical attraction. Whereas if you find that crazy passion and mystery that you love, long term is just not going to be a thing. But with this person, this incoming opportunity, as you see here with the lovers especially, at least so far, things truly look promising. And in time, I think that you'll be able to see that with your own eyes, with your intuition's eyes, not fear's eyes, which are completely different. Later, we will look into the evolution of this connection in case you decided to give it a chance. But with the lovers, you already know that this is made for you. And the fact that everything hasn't worked out up to this point, it was because you were meant to find this specific one. There is just one of these, and it's coming your way right now. With the Fool here, you see that what you should do is to change the narrative around the situation. A narrative that right now is making you see the current dynamic as a failure already. Whereas instead, this is a major win for you, Scorpio. You might not be hearing from this person at all. Perhaps you're waiting on something and it's not coming your way yet, obviously. And you might think, therefore, that this is not going to happen. But if you change the narrative and think about this waiting time as the calm before the storm, a storm of passion and exciting events and news, then you feel like a winner again. Right here, this is definitely important to differentiate in between intuition and fear. I'm telling you, that is the main thing for you, Scorpios. You know that you have one of the best intuitions of the zodiac, but sometimes you don't realize that you are listening to your fear and not your intuition. And that's where things start to not work for you. That's where you start sabotaging yourself. It's almost like you're trying to jump into one of those beautiful caves with your parachute, but you're afraid of losing control once you're falling. And so your fear is holding you back on the ground, whereas your future self is already at the bottom of the cave, yelling at you, let go, jump, calm down, it's beautiful down here. With the Page of Swords, you might be in analytical mode right now. Let me find out as much as possible about this person right here. Where do they work? How long are they in a relationship? Do they have their mom on their social media? What type of friends do they have? Are they promiscuous? You are trying to learn as much as possible now before you let yourself cross that event horizon we were talking about earlier. Now, with the Lovers preceding this Page of Swords, what you don't know is that this energy is actually mirrored. And at the moment, I see that this person might be putting their own share of spying into this energy as well. There is some sort of anticipation, as if soon maybe you're going to receive a message from the person, as if soon you're going to be together. And the closer you get to that moment, the closer you feel to that event horizon, feeling like you're about to lose control, and chances are that you might. Now, in your near future, Ace of Cups and Ten of Swords, this is that new love beginning, first of all, that we were anticipating. And when we mean love, obviously we mean relationships, but this is anything that you feel emotional about. It could be a new career. It could be a move that for you is important and that brings you that emotional satisfaction that you're looking for right now. Right here, we see that this is the time where all of this energy is finally going to manifest into real events. This will take you towards the Lover's energy, no doubts about that. Exactly what you were looking for, an overflow of emotions. Now, what is this Ten of Swords over here, Scorpio? First of all, we do see something ending, as we were saying. Maybe for some of you, something ending before it even starts. But for most of you, letting go of a pattern, a limiting belief, a cycle is definitely coming to a conclusion here, and a new one is starting. You are slowly walking away from the sabotaging energy, slowly but surely. You have a real chance to detach from all of it. You have a real chance to be happy. Even if you do not see it clearly yet, eventually you're going to realize that you have gone through a major shift. All you have after the Ten of Swords is the truth. All the illusions have been lifted. And after you let go and fully trust the events and energies around you, there is a direct and honest conversation coming up, talking about what the expectations are and what is not negotiable within this connection. And from what I'm seeing so far, you might not be the one initiating the conversation. Keep in mind that this energy right here with the Ten of Swords reminds you that we cannot control everything. Just like the example we were talking about earlier, once you jump, Scorpio, you jump. You cannot decide to stop everything halfway, and you need to let things happen the way that they're supposed to. So let's focus on the future evolution of this incoming energy. Let's flip the reading and see who this person is, what their feelings and intentions towards you are at the moment, and overall what they are going to do in the near future with this Ace of Cups right here and that conversation. Something amazing comes your way here. But you or this person still has a lot of mental power to perhaps jeopardize a connection that instead could be very healing and extremely fulfilling on so many levels. So is this time for you to trust the flow and lose control, or is there something that you should be aware of, Scorpio? Let's look into it. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a free, personal 30-minute reading. The reading is live. I don't record them. We talk face-to-face on webcam. I select people every Monday morning and I send out emails. Please check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Scorpio. The bridging energy that it's taking us from this current situation to the future situation, does it look familiar? This is exactly what we have been talking about all along. Thinking that we have limitations that don't really exist, basing our present and our future on the past, thinking that this is something that is not going to work out because it hasn't worked out before. And so with the Eight of Swords, what you should know is that you can take control over the situation at any point. It only depends on you. And obviously, right here, we see someone who feels imprisoned, trapped, powerless, but who instead could easily get rid of these traps, take off that blindfold and walk away, because these swords around this person are not a real wall. And it's actually very easy to get through them if you have that mental power that you need to have in situations like this one. This is not an opportunity that you can give up on, Scorpio. This, I feel, it's going to happen this time and this time alone. This is that change of season that we were talking about. And it feels like it's something that it's going to take you towards that sun. But there are a lot of doubts, a lot of things that need to be clarified, because the speed at which this is coming in, and overall, it looks so beautiful that it's making you feel it's too good to be true. So, is it? Let's look into it. First of all, let's see what's coming towards you. Let's clarify this Ace of Cups, and let's see what type of ending this is bringing to you. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords as well. You're not going to believe me when I say this. Wow. And here we go again. I knew it. Listen, Scorpio, we have to talk, because this is actually something that you do not see coming, and that once it presents itself to you, you're going to find a way. You're going to find a way to reject it, to say, this is too good to be true. It's not possible. Let me delay everything so that I have time to look into it better. And then weeks, months, perhaps years pass. And so what is this? First of all, we see how